gentlemen, it's time for the Earthies 2019 to begin. We're going to request everyone in the pre-function area to very quickly proceed inside the hall. Thank you.
The Earthy Awards, and it's an opportunity to network, make good friends, and have a nice time. So yeah.
Check 1, 2. All right, mic check 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, looks like everyone's busy with the red carpet, but we're going to request all of you to please proceed inside. The Earthies 2019 begins. We're going to request all of you to please proceed inside the hall, everyone.
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening, everyone.
Check. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to request everyone, all of you at the red carpet, you're requested to please proceed inside the hall as the Earthy's 2019 begins. Everybody at the red carpet, we're going to request you all to please proceed inside. Thank you.
Good evening. Announcing the arrival of our guests of honor, Yang Berhormat Tuan Asafal P. Alian, Assistant Minister of Tourism, Culture and Environment Sabah, accompanied by Yang Berbahagia Datuk Musa Haji Yusof, Director General of Tourism Malaysia.
gentlemen, are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
It's about uncharted waters, unknown lands, and roads less traveled. It's about SEO optimization, analytics, and social media engagement. It's about restless feet, wonder-filled eyes, and curious minds. It's about likes, subscribes, and click-throughs. It's about seasoned travelers, obsessive-compulsive nomads, and traveling poets. It's about craft, authenticity, hashtags, and statistics. It's about loving travel, decoding travel, and inspiring 100 journeys. It's about finding the best, most authentic, and most influential digital travel influencers. Welcome to the Earthy Awards. With over 20 categories of awards, a stellar jury, and an extremely rigorous judging criterion, the Earthy Awards challenge you to test your travel mettle and plant your flag at the pinnacle. The Earthy Awards.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to all of you. Can we have a louder cheer there? And let's hear it for the Earthy Awards. Let's hear it for all of you. Woo! Well, my name is Kavea R Chaveli, and once again, I'm truly, truly delighted to join you all. We have had a fab 2 days of the convention, and it all culminates to this very evening, which is the Earthy Awards 2019. Well, that's right. I know I'm in the midst of all you digital influencers, travelers, food bloggers, marketeers, everyone who's making an impact in the digital fraternity. So this evening is all about celebrating all of you. Now, while we talk about celebrations, you know, there should always be a round of applause. So we'll do it in a special way. I want all of you to raise your left hands up in the air. That's right. I'm sure by now all of you are used to the fact that I love the left hand for some reason. Everyone left hands up in the air, like right up in the air. Now, can you try probably clapping using your left hand? Is there any way you can make some noise? Well, not really, but let's see your left hand and the person sitting next to you. That's right, somebody gets it. Your left hand and the person sitting next to you, his or her left hand. Can you come together in tandem and come together in collaborate mood and make that louder and louder? Everyone? Woo! This is awesome. This is wonderful. I mean, look at those smiles back in the air. Look at that energy back in the air. So once again, a warm welcome. Now, I did notice right outside at the red carpet, while all the men were looking dapper in their blazers and their tuxedos, the women were adding a lot of bling and a lot of zing. All the senoritas, the bonitas, and margaritas. Everyone. I mean, it's amazing. It's an amazing evening. So we'll keep the tempo up and we'll keep the energy up in the air. And with that, this is the Earthy Awards 2019. So to kickstart the proceedings, I'm going to be inviting on stage none other than the co-founder of Travel Earth, Mr. Srinjay Sengupta. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Srinjay Sengupta. Woo!
Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to also add my warmest welcome to all of you in this award ceremony. This is the Earthy Awards, the inaugural Earthy Awards that we are doing, and we are very excited to be here. This is the first time that we are doing it. We are very excited that we've had 4 days already here, and it culminates in this. I'm not going to take much time. I want to ask a question, though. I just want to hear, are you all having a good time? I think that was a bit soft. I just want to hear that again. Are you all having a good time? That's better. You know, I do know that many years back, John Lennon, who is, you know, of course, one of the band members of the Beatles, they were once playing in a pretty soft auditorium, and he actually said, those of you in the cheaper seats, clap your hands. The rest of you just rattle your jewelry. So I don't know where out here, if there's anybody who can do that. So I would only say this, that the Earthy Awards, we actually decided to do the Earthy Awards because we believe that this is a great opportunity for rewarding and recognizing very good content, talented content creators. We want to make sure that we have a fantastic way of understanding who writes good content, who creates it, and who actually is able to promote things. I actually do know that over the past few days, y'all have been having a good time, because I had a sneak preview just a few minutes back on a video that I saw. If I may request, if you could switch on the video, please. That's wonderful. So why did we call this the Earthies? In our view, the award actually signifies being in an earth without any borders. It's about people who actually want to live in an earth without any borders, which to us is the passionate traveler. And that's why we actually decided to call this the Earthies. We wanted to create an award system or an award which is really going to be the gold standard for awards in the industry. What that means is that it's going to be an award that we will do every year, hopefully, where we are going to have completely performance-based, merit-based system of giving these awards. There are awards in multiple categories, which I'm sure we'll see through the course of the evening. What we decided to do that to make sure that this is going to be something which is unbiased, done in a way which is completely neutral, that we decided to appoint a set of jurors. We have a number of very eminent jurors for this award, for today's award ceremony. We're very fortunate to have 4 of them here. Before I call them up to the stage, I would say the 2 jurors who are not here are a gentleman called Siddharth Joshi, sorry, I had just misplaced, Siddharth Joshi, who many of you would be knowing. He's a very eminent blogger, photographer. And then also a lady called Shivya Nath, who was also, again, very eminent blogger. So unfortunately, neither of them is here today, but they have actually taken part in the jury process. However, we are fortunate that 4 of the jurors are here, and if I may request them to come up to the stage and just join me on the stage, please. Please give a warm welcome to our 4 jurors who are here. Thank you. Partha. Jesse, thank you. Right, so I'm going to first give the mic. I will request each of you, if you don't mind, to give a short introduction, tell us about what your experience is in judging this award, and then we'll take it from there. Thank you.
Thank you, Srinjay. First of all, I apologize for not being formally attired. I had no idea. So this is the most formal I had. Okay, I am Partha Sinha. I'm the Vice Chairman and Managing Director for McCann World Group in India, which is an advertising company, in case you don't know of it. Nothing very significant. Let's get back to the award. I have been in the award circuit for a bit, and I know what goes on in awards and stuff like that. I was really, encouraged and happy when I got the actual entries, because most of the time what happens in a lot of sectors, especially auto, travel, there's a lot of back scratching which goes on in awards. And here, I didn't even know the backs to scratch. So, that was the beauty of it. It was absolutely merit-based, and I was really impressed with the quality. I mean, after reading those blogs, I actually thought that why don't I read them regularly? Or why don't I see this content regularly? It was that good. So, our big round of applause for all of you who have entered your work. I think the quality of work was outstanding. And it was really difficult to choose the winner. So we managed somehow. Thanks.
Hi, thanks, Partha. My name is Dinesh Krishnan. I'm the visual editor of The Hindu, a national newspaper in India. And like Partha just said, I have been in this award circuit in terms of being a jury in a few places. And coming from there, I can tell you, when I saw the pictures, the ones which you guys have sent, very impressive. Some are like, okay, they need to go somewhere, but some of them are very impressive. And yes, it was not exactly cakewalk. And like you said, yes, it is not that I scratch your back and you scratch my back. That's very impressive. I mean, I didn't know anybody. I had no clue who was and who were the photographers. And that's how it should be. And I think this award, very importantly, should happen every year, because it will promote this kind of journalism, this kind of travel movement, and this kind of travel photography. I'm wishing everybody the best.
Yeah, firstly, let me thank Malaysia Tourism, Sabah Tourism, Travel Earth, Shangri-La. I've had a wonderful vacation for the last 4 days, okay? For that little bit of judging, it was a fantastic reward. Now let me introduce myself. My name is Ramesh Srivaths. It's very difficult to describe what I do. These guys have a fixed designation. I myself don't know what I do. But I've been in advertising for a long, long time. I was in advertising for 15 years, built a lot of brands, created a lot of campaigns, doing very well, so I quit. Okay? And then I started a company called Hungry and Foolish. Unfortunately, it lived up to its name, so I had to shut that. Okay? And the last 5 or 6 years, I've been doing a creative plus tech company called 10-10-10, which, among other things, created the IPL Fantasy League, the ICC Fantasy League, and many other things. I also do some consulting on the side, and many, many things. And oh yes, I'm also the so-called, one of those Twitter celebrities, okay, with 4.5 million followers. I've declared myself India's most followed non-celeb, which in other words means that anybody who has more followers than me has actually done something in life, okay? But I was also GQ's Digital Man of the Year in 2012, but as you can see, that's for my looks, okay? So, I had to laugh so much for that, okay? Anyway, it was a total privilege being part of the jury in the Earthy Awards, I'm not much of a traveler myself. My travel adventure is from my house to the car. But when I was looking at all these entries, it was just fantastic. I just fell in love with them. And over and above the entries, I'm a fan of the path you guys have taken. I mean, I admire the way you're going off the beaten path and choosing a career which is so, wonderful. It's so important. And let me just spend 30 seconds telling you why I think it's important. I think today the world has become a highly divided place. It's become an angry world. Nobody wants to listen to anybody else's points of view. I mean, whether it's political identity, whether it's nationalism, whether it's religion, whether it's gender, everything is divided. And in fact, sometimes I wonder if, left wing hates the right wing hates the left wing, when are we ever going to fly? And the way to get out of this really is to actually want to seek something new and embrace the strange, go out and try and understand what other people want. And I think travelers do that. I admire the way that travelers, for them, they seek the new. I mean, they go and they delight in something strange. They embrace, what's different. And I think that's great. And I think the more people travel, the more I think the world will be a better place, as such. And which is why, in a way, I don't even think of you as influencers. I think influencers is not the right name for this. I mean, Virat Kohli is also an influencer, right? But he calls himself a cricketer. I mean, Priyanka Chopra is the influencer. She calls herself an actor. I look at you guys as really travel writers, travel photographers, travel filmmakers, travel ambassadors, you could say. So when it came to judging, I was going by the same filter. I may not know much about travel, but I understand content and creativity, and I look for three things. I mean, A, does it serve its purpose, the piece of work? Which means, does it fulfill whatever objective it set out to do? B, is it interesting? Is the work, forget the objective, is the work rewarding in itself? Merely seeing it, do I feel like reading it again? Do I feel like seeing it again? Is it entertaining to me? You know, where, like a piece of art, it's just worth just reading for its own sake. And most importantly, C, does it have your stamp of individuality? You know, for my brands, it was the brand values. For individuals, it's your stamp of personality, whether it has a bit of you in it. And it was a pleasure because so many of these entries really checked all these boxes. They were absolutely fantastic. Of course, as judges, we had to give some rating points. There are some winners, there are some losers. Congrats to the winners. But more importantly, I think congratulations to all of you, you know, for simply being you and, you know, helping people open their minds. So thank you, and a round of applause for you. Okay.
The problem with being the last to speak is that it's very tempting to say, you know, whatever they said. Because I agree with everything they said, and I'd love to agree with Ramesh about the 4 million followers, but not there. My name is Jessie Paul. I'm the CEO of a company called Paul Writer. It's a firm I founded in 2010. I have around 25 years in marketing, and that's all I do. I do marketing in various ways. I'm on the board of 3 companies, and that gives me a different window. One of them is a hotel chain in India which has 50 hotels called Royal Orchid. The other one is Bajaj Consumer, and the third one is an IT testing firm called Explayo. So that gives me a little bit more outside of the IT marketing world, which is my primary world. But within that, there is also a lot of interest in content, and we've had the privilege of running a couple of programs recently. One was for Adobe on digital marketing top 50 in India. Another one was for LinkedIn on the top content marketers in India. And you know, the judging process in each case, it actually opens up your mind as to, you know, what are people doing and what do they look for. I think the process here was really cool in that we used a tool called Judgify, which actually made it much easier to process than the usual, I've sent you an Excel sheet, ignore that Excel sheet, I've sent you a revised Excel sheet. So this made it pretty useful. And it was also broken up into criteria. For those of you wondering, how did we actually go about it? There was line item wise, you know, give points for this and points for that. And I don't know what others have rated, so there's no question of, you know, me trying to second guess and try to give somebody more or less or feel sorry for them. But going through all of the applications, more than the content, what really impressed me was the stories behind the content. Why were you doing what you were doing? What dragged you out of bed at 3 in the morning to go get that perfect sunrise shot? That actually made really interesting reading. And I actually think that that's probably why many of you have these loyal readers who come in week after week because of the passion that you bring. And I also looked at the engagement, the comments. Many of them are like, you're my inspiration, and that is really heartwarming. So I did give extra points for people with shall we say, very engaged followers who were rewarding them for the passion that they were putting in, and that was a big point for me. So it was a very nice process. I got to see a different world. I am not from the travel blogging space, and though I've gone to 29 countries, no, it's not gone up since yesterday, just did the counting properly. I've never actually read those blogs, and I was like, wow, I really should do more of this. So congrats to all of you, and for the passion that actually drives you and gets you to work this hard every day just so that you can get that fantastic content out to your readers.
Thank you, jury. Please, if you may, take your seat. Nice. Thanks a lot. Please give a very big hand to the jurors. I know I'm being pushed from the side, that it's taking a long time. I'm not going to keep you holding anymore. Kavea, please come back. Thank you very much, and have a very good evening.
All right, thank you so much, Sanjay. And once again, thank you to all of our jury members for taking their time off to also select our winners for the evening. And most importantly, bringing your set of perspectives, very fresh perspectives as well. Well, on that note, it's now time to move forward to our next segment of the program. And to take this segment forward, it's also time for me to invite my co-host for the evening. I have with me Bobby Alex from Sabah Tourism Board. So please put your hands together for Bobby Alex.
A very good evening to our guests of honor. Yang berhormat Tuan Asafal P. Alian, Assistant Minister, Minister of Tourism, Culture and Environment Sabah. Yang berbahagia Datuk Musa Haji Yusof, Director General of Tourism Malaysia. Yang berbahagia Datuk Tan Kok Leang, President of MATTA Malaysia. Mr. Arun Ragu, Co-founder of Travel Earth. Mr. Srinjay Sengupta, Co-founder of Travel Earth. Ms. Fiona Hagen, General Manager of Shangri-La Rasa Ria Resort and Spa. Mr. Chan Jun Kiat, Head Brand and Marketing, Malaysia Airlines Berhad. Distinguished guests, friends of the industry, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to this event, everyone, and it is our pleasure to thank the host of tonight's event, which is Tourism Malaysia. Thank you very much, Tourism Malaysia. Tourism Malaysia focuses on the specific task of promoting Malaysia as a preferred tourism destination. Next year, we will be celebrating Visit Malaysia 2020. It will be the 5th Visit Malaysia year since the first one back in 1990. To find out more on Visit Malaysia 2020 campaign, I would like to invite Yang Berbahagia Datuk Musa Haji Yusof, the Director General of Tourism Malaysia, to deliver his keynote address. Yang Berbahagia Datuk Musa Haji Yusof, please.
Thank you, Tommy. Yang berhormat Tuan Asafal P. Alian, the Assistant Minister, Minister of Tourism, Culture and Environment of Sabah. Yang bahagia Datuk Tan Kok Leang, the President of MATTA Malaysia. Mr. Arun Ragu, the Co-founder of Travel Earth. Mr. Srinjay Sengupta, the Co-founder of Travel Earth. Madam Fiona Hagen, the General Manager of Shangri-La Rasa Ria Resort. Mr. Chan Jun Kiat, or I call him TJ, Head Brand and Marketing, Malaysia Airlines. First of all, I would like to extend a warm welcome to each of you attending this evening's farewell dinner held in conjunction with the Digital Influencer Convention 2019. Selamat datang. It gives me great pleasure to host all of you here tonight, and I look forward to dining with some of the biggest names in the world of social media in India. Just now I got 4.5 million followers, I think. Our gentleman just now, one of the jury. And I'm deeply honored that Malaysia has been chosen as the venue for this event. And I look forward to having all of you back here, especially in Sabah, year after year. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Yang Berhormat Asafal Alian, the Assistant Minister of Tourism, Culture and Environment Sabah, for making time to attend tonight's event. Thank you, His Excellency. Before I move on, I would like also to thank the organizer, Travel Earth India, Sabah Tourism Board, STB, for their joint collaboration in making this important conference a reality, as well as other sponsors who powered this event for tonight, those logos down there. Ladies and gentlemen, as a representative of the tourism industry, I would be remiss if I did not state the importance of business tourism in Malaysia. In fact, we have set up agencies known as MySEP or Malaysian Convention Exhibition Bureau, detached out from the Tourism Malaysia in order to propel the convention and MICE industry. It is there to facilitate and help event planners organize their events here. Coupled with our world-class facilities and our multitude of tourist attractions, Malaysia is certainly one of the best business destinations within this region. After your convention, I would urge all of you to explore the many tourist attractions we have here in Sabah. From the statistic data that we have, Sabah only receive 0.42% tourists from India. So perhaps the bloggers or the influencers that you mentioned tonight can assist that in order to increase perhaps to 40% instead of 0.4. To begin with, we have our timeless Kinabalu National Park, various cultural villages, Tabin Wildlife Reserve, Klias proboscis monkey and fireflies river cruise, Sepilok Orangutan Rehabilitation Center, and Tuanku Abdul Rahman Marine Park, just to name a few. These are only the tip of the iceberg, and I encourage you to explore more of our beautiful home filled with rich multicultural heritage, delectable cuisines, idyllic tropical island, palm-fringed beaches, and million-years-old rainforests. I hope that you will have a chance to visit the various parts of Malaysia. I suggest that you immerse yourself in the geography, history, and culinary delights of this country and interact with the people of Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to give you a quick update on Malaysia's latest tourism news. As a result of strategic initiative and other promotional efforts done, in 2018, Malaysia managed to record 25.8 million international tourist arrival with tourist receipt mounting to 84.1 billion ringgit. As comparison, Malaysia received a total of 25.9 million international tourists in 2017 with 82.2 billion ringgit in tourism receipts in 2017. In the first quarter of this year, the first 3 months of this year, Malaysia recorded a positive growth of 16.9% to reach 21.4 billion ringgit in tourist expenditure, and the per capita expenditure surged an increase to 3,201, in which as well tourist arrival showed an increase of 2.7% to a total of 6.7 million tourists. In terms of average length of stay in Malaysia for the first quarter, it also showed an improvement, the increase of 1.8 nights, making it to 6 nights in the first quarter of 2019 as compared to 2018. Meanwhile, the share for the medium haul market during the first quarter of 2019 was 21.9%, with 8.5% increase of arrival to about 1.4 million tourists, driven mainly by those coming from China, Korea, Japan, India, and Pakistan. I'm pleased to announce that Malaysia has welcomed a total of 157,690 Indian tourists in the first quarter of this year. It shows it registered an increase of 18.6%. Our target for Indian market this year is to receive more than 280,000 or up to 300,000 Indian tourists. Last year, we managed to the biggest airlines, low-cost carrier coming from India, Indigo. For your all information, there's no Indian-based airlines coming into Malaysia except Indigo recently, and coming soon there'll be another one, but I can't disclose it today. Ladies and gentlemen, as I have such an influential audience held captive here right now, I can't resist this great opportunity to promote our latest tourism campaign, the Visit Malaysia Year 2020. The Visit Malaysia 2020 campaign has a target of achieving 30 million arrivals and 100 billion ringgit in terms of tourist receipt. To achieve this, Tourism Malaysia is doubling up efforts for local and international promotion, which we have done since the early days of 2018. Further initiative includes optimizing the use of information and communication technology as an engaging approach in promotion, publicity, and advertising efforts. The hashtag Visit Malaysia 2020 and hashtag VM 2020 have been widely used throughout our promotional effort for both domestic and international. And I urge all of you tonight, perhaps can have this hashtag Visit Malaysia 2020 and hashtag VM 2020 in whatever things when it comes to Malaysia that you're putting into your sites. Coming soon, there will be a dedicated website for Visit Malaysia 2020, and the winning logo will be made available on this platform. We will also maximize our social media platform throughout our networks in overseas. As we are aware, social media is the best platform for promoting Malaysia. Let me just share with you, as at 20th June 2019 this year, we, the Tourism Malaysia, we have 3.3 million Facebook followers, about 73,000 Instagram followers, close to 500,000 Twitter followers, and about 46 million viewers on YouTube. Most of these photos or videos were uploaded by tourists themselves who visited Malaysia. While you are here, I would like to encourage all of you again to like us on our social media and hashtag your photos or videos with hashtag Malaysia to Asia, hashtag VM 2020, and hashtag Visit Malaysia 2020 as what I mentioned. Don't forget as well to hashtag Sabah, all the attraction here as well. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for participating in the photo contest organized by Tourism Malaysia in conjunction with this convention. Social media influencers like you devote your profile to a certain thematic in which you are very well versed, and all of you have active audiences, and each posting received many likes and comments. This is why we want you to help, to assist us, to spread the beauty of Sabah through your social media platform so that you can share them with your audiences. I would like to congratulate all the winners tonight, which later on will be announced. And then, ladies and gentlemen, again, we are proud to host such a prestigious gathering. I hope this is not the first and the last. This is just the beginning to make Malaysia as the venue, as it is an excellent chance to demonstrate our caliber as a business and tourist destination. We highly encourage events such as this, as they are crucial to boosting our tourist arrival and receipt, allowing us to achieve our tourism target. Therefore, I would like to thank the organizers for spearheading this convention. Thank you, Mr. Arun, Mr. Saranjay, and I hope that this will continue to be a major business tourism in Malaysia. To all the participants, I look forward to seeing all of you again in Malaysia for a holiday with your family and friends. I can assure that there is so much more to be explored and experienced here. Till then, I extend my best wishes to all of you, and may you have an enjoyable and memorable stay in Malaysia. Thank you.
We would like to thank Yang Berbahagia Datuk Musa for his speech. Can we please ask, may we ask Yang Berbahagia Datuk Musa to remain on stage for the presentation of Memento. Thank you very much. For the first presentation of Memento, we would like to call upon Mr. Srinjay Sengupta to present a memento to Datuk Musa Haji Yusof. And now we would like to invite Yang Berbahagia Datuk Musa Haji Yusof to present a memento to Mr. Srinjay Sengupta. Please kindly remain on stage, Yang Berbahagia, because we have a memento to give, and now it's from Yang Berbahagia Datuk Musa Haji Yusof to our guest of honor, Yang Berhormat Tuan Asafal P. Alian. May we ask Yang Berhormat Tuan Asafal P. Alian now to give a memento to Datuk Musa Haji Yusof. Thank you very much, and now we will have a group photo session, and I would like to invite all the VIPs to join our guest of honor on stage for this group photograph session. Thank you very much, and may we invite our guest of honor, Yang Berhormat Tuan Asafal P. Yusof, and our distinguished guests to return back to their seats. Thank you. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, now we would like to play a video on Malaysia, Truly Asia. Please enjoy the video.
You will love Malaysia now.
Absolutely breathtaking and so picturesque. I'm sure in the last few minutes of this video, we were all immersed in that serene and tranquil calm, surrounded with so much beauty. I think that deserves just one more round of a louder round of applause there. Ladies and gentlemen, Malaysia, truly Asia. Well, on that note, it's now time for the dinner to commence and also for the awards ceremony to begin. But before we do that, I have a very important announcement that we hope you have all taken your seats on the tables as per the seating arrangement. So let me also inform you, the first 3 tables in the second row are for vegetarians. So we do hope that you have allotted yourself at the right table. That's right? I hope you're not looking at each other in a little bit of a jiffy there or confusion there. Yep. So let me inform you all that we do hope you have taken a good look at the seating arrangement and accordingly got yourself seated. Yes, I see an affirmative nod. Well, on that note, let the dinner commence. We're going to start with the first course for the evening for all of you. And the team is going to be giving a thumbs up to the hotel management team to get the dinner started. While you do that, we'll also have some beautiful cultural programs lined up for all of you in the midst of the awards proceedings. So let the dinner firstly commence, and we'll get the cultural program also started on this side of the stage. And while you do that, I'd also like to take a minute to thank our fantastic set of partners for the convention and the awards. Our official partners, Tourism Malaysia, MATTA, Sabah Tourism Board, Shangri-La Rasa Ria, and Make My Trip. Our airline partners, AirAsia, Malaysia Airlines, Malindo Air. Hotel partners, Shangri-La Rasa Ria, Sky Hotel, Kota Kinabalu, and the Klagan Hotel. Our tech partner, Judgify. Our tour partners, Semoy Tour, Borneo Holiday, Avasi Borneo, Trek Finder Tour, Best Delight Tour, Baba Tour, and Exotic Asian Explorer by Shogo Borneo. So we'd like to thank all of our partners as well for the valuable support and for making all of this happen for all of us together here. And with that, as you can notice, the hotel team is also gearing up with serving you with the first course of the meal, which is the soup. So we're going to be requesting you to enjoy the first course of the meal. As you can notice, it's a beautiful sit-down dinner concept. So please enjoy the soup, and we'll get started shortly with the cultural program. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sabah's rich cultural heritage comprises of more than 30 ethnic groups who speak 55 languages and over 100 dialects. Each have their own ways of expressing and interpreting their lives through dance and music. Distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a great pleasure to bring you through a cultural journey across Sabah. We will be showcasing to you several of Sabah's traditional dances tonight. The first performance is the Daling Daling. Daling Daling is a dance of the Suluk people who have settled on the east coast of Sabah. Daling Daling is a lively and beautiful courting dance, and the name of the dance is said to have been derived from the English word darling. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the Daling Daling.
My darling, darling, sa my darling, darling, my darling, darling, sa my darling, darling. Linggisan darling bangkatiun, apa alam-alam kiri-kiriun, na putih darling sulasiun, ampa manis-manis finaliyun, ampa manis-manis finaliyun. Laulah pucang dairun, mangga yang kemaktawa kembang sildublum. My darling, darling, sa my darling, darling, my darling, darling, sa my darling, darling. Darlingku darling, bangkamat bangkil, darlingku darling, bangkamat bangkil. Itulah silarayang bang dimat tampil, itulah silarayang bang dimat tampil. Ilung-ilungan, magpalambungan, sumping-sumpingan rayang mangga jambangan. Labdi kailangan mangga rundangan, labdi kailangan mangga rundangan. Mangga patungan, ay my girl ku daling lingkatan. My darling, darling sa, my darling, darling, my darling, darling sa, my darling, darling. Katu kau darling biar dahan, apa katu kau darling biar dahan. Ayu mata darling katindahan, apa lu mata darling katindahan. Alai kinjun kinjun, kinjun maglaksu laksu. Uwa subul ka atu, uwa ramak ka atu. Alai kinjun kinjun, kinjun maglaksu laksu. Hai darling, beautiful darling my girlku. My darling, darling sa, my darling, darling, my darling, darling sa, my darling, darling, my darling, darling sa, my darling. Kami ini miari ku minta akal budi bang maraya ka agi magbalik kami mari.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, can we have a huge round of applause there for that beautiful, beautifully scintillating dance performance? So every time the singer kept saying, my darling.
Yes, you can
So can
say
I
that.
also address you, Bobby,
Of
as my
course.
darling? Can I do that?
Yes, you
for
can. I
tonight?
can also address you as darling, darling.
Darling, darling. Yeah. All right, to the power of two. Super. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, now that we do have everyone's attention again, because it's time for the awards evening. Are you excited, Bobby?
Very, very excited to commence the award session.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so what we're going to do is firstly play across the video showcase of the first group of awards. So let's quickly have the video on the screen, please.
We pretend that airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars. I could really use a wish right now, wish right now, wish right now. Could we pretend that airplanes in the night sky like shooting
So video was supposed to move. This is the immovable video. Basically, it's showcasing actually, most importantly, the categories under the first group of awards. So as you can notice, there's Best Story on Airline, Best Food Picture, Best Story on a Tour Activity, and Best Instagrammer. So these are the categories in the first group of awards.
Now we would like to call upon the presenters for this award, which is Datuk KL Tan, President of MATTA Malaysia, and also Mr. Humphrey Ginibun, Marketing Manager of Sabah Tourism Board. Datuk Tan, we would like to acknowledge the conviction and passion that you have shown in making this event a reality. Without you, your guidance and support, this event would not have happened. Datuk Tan, can we hear a word or two from you, please?
Thank you, Bobby. This is not me, but my good friends there, Mr. Arun and Mr. Sanjay, who have made this happen. I've had negotiations with them for several times, but once they've decided to come to Kota Kinabalu, in their hearts, they were unstoppable. Honestly, they were unstoppable. And honestly, all of you are winners here. The digital influencers, all of you are winners. But of course, we want to congratulate the winners on stage, and I hope you will continue to write fairly, write well. You are very creative, you are talented, you are full with passion. I'm sure you can influence and make the earth a better place. Thank you very much.
So let's get started with the first category for the evening. This is the Best Story on Airline. And so the winner is?
Best Story on Airline. The winner is Tusha Panchal.
right now, wish right now. Could we pretend that airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars? I could really use a wish right now, wish right now, wish
dream or a genie or a wish to go back to a place much simpler than this. Cause after all the partying and smashing and crashing, and all the glitz and the glam and the fashion, and all the pandemonium and all the madness, there comes a time where you fade to the blackness. And when you're staring at that phone in your lap and you hoping but them people never call you.
Congratulations. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the on-site award, which is the best story on airline. Our next on-site award, which is the best food picture. So let's find out the winner.
Best food picture winner Rohan Khanna.
Shoots up through the stony ground. There's no room, no space to rent in this town. You're out of luck, and the reason that you had to care.
Mighty congratulations there. Woo! Well, the next category, in the on-site category, best story on a tour activity.
Best story of on a tour activity winner Kartik Ralapati.
The story of my life, I give her up. I spend her love until she's broke inside.
All right. Now, before we announce the next award winner, we have a video as well for the next category, which is Best Instagrammer. So firstly, we'll take a look on the screen, and then we'll announce the winner. All right, that's building up the excitement indeed. The best Instagrammer. Let's find out the winner now, sir.
Best Instagrammer. The winner is Sunny Gala.
We would like to thank Datuk K.L. Khan and Mr. Humphrey Ginibun for presenting the awards.
So with that, we come to the end of the first group of awards. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a round of cheer for all our winners so far? Woo! All right, so now before we move on to the next awards category, I believe we have something in store for them.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure to present to you our next traditional dance. It's called the Medley Limbai. And this is a dance from one of the tribal groups in the west coast of Sabah called the Bajau people. So this dance is typically danced during wedding festivities. And it's usually seen with the dance movement of the wrist going like this. Yeah. All right, it is our pleasure now. Please enjoy our next dance, the Medley Limbai. Did you enjoy that dance, Kavea?
Totally. I mean, it's so wonderful to see how peacefully they make an entry and peacefully make an exit and actually show the tribal culture of Malaysia. And I think that's absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to see more of this, in fact.
We'll see more of our culture later.
That's right. All right, which also brings us to the next set of the awards. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all set. And on that note, let's also take a look at the categories under the next group of awards. Here we go. Well, that's right. Well, on that note, Bobby, then let's go ahead and invite our presenters.
To present these awards, we would like to invite Yang Berbahagia, Datuk Musa Haji Yusof, the Director General of Tourism Malaysia, and also Mr. Iskandar Mirza, Director of Corporate Communication Tourism Malaysia.
Started. And the best travel writer.
For the best travel writer, the winner is Vijay Nagaraj Rao.
Wide awake, no time to waste. Make a mark on my timeline. We're safe and sound. We come around. We are dancing.
Congratulations. Moving on to the next category. This is Caption, King or Queen.
The name of the award, Caption Queen. Winner, Bandana Yadav.
And the next category is the best short story on travel.
The name of the award, Best Short Story on Travel. Winner, no drum roll, Ajay Soj.
Ajay Sood on the stage, please. The winner for the evening, Ajay Sood. Has he stepped out by any chance? Yes? Okay. He's busy writing a short story in the pre-function area. We're going to get him back inside right away. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen, for Ajay Sood. For the next category, which is Rising Star of the Year.
the award named Rising Star of the Year. The winner, Akash Malhotra.
Oye, mamita, dale, que la cosa está arriba.
Reporting live from the tallest building in Tokyo. Long way from them hallways, filled with souls and oh yeas. They counting always, real fat all day. Now,
that's right. Ladies and gentlemen, during the convention we had announced of the Tourism Malaysia photo contest for all of you. Please do note this is a contest and the Malaysian Tourism Board has picked our winner for this contest. The winner has gone ahead to post the photos using the right hashtags, which is Visit Malaysia 2020, hashtag BM 2020, hashtag Malaysia True Malaysia. So the Tourism Malaysia Board has picked the winner for this contest. And let's find out, sir, who the winner is.
All right. The winners with number of likes more than 10,800 as at 2 p.m. today. The photo of University Malaysia Sabah Mosque. The winner is Nibadez Gajapati.